Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Musoga Eclipse International, representing our time. It is, man, it is a beautiful evening, and of course, it is a Sunday. The month is moving on so fast. Hope you guys are doing fine, and I hope you guys are working so hard to make sure you earn a living, you earn something for yourself. I know most of you say, catching us live on Magic 100 FM are hard workers, and when we talk about hard working, we talk about money. So work hard, get money. When you get money, and of course, you will be able to get some good time like me. A weekend like this, I always move around, have fun with my people. When I'm not here at work, it is always vibes. So when you work hard, money will come in, and then you'll have time to go out and of course enjoy yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, every single Sunday when you see us on your screens, when you see me, today you're seeing me because my beautiful sister, that is Shali Touch, is not feeling well. But hopefully next week we shall be able to catch up this show with the beautiful Shali Touch, the main host of this program. She's always here to make sure you have the best of your Sunday. But man, things are not doing on well for her. That's why I'm sitting in alone for you. But guess what? I am the main reporter, and of course, I'm here to give you the best as far as entertainment is concerned. Let's kick off. This week, in the middle of the week, one Aisha Namkose, that is a baby mama to Alien Skin, came out, and of course I explained a lot of things about her marriage. She said she has had physical attacks from her husband, that is her baby daddy, that is Alien Skin. She says she has been in marriage with Alien Skin for 9 years. 9 years, that means they started being together before even fame came in, before even money came in. Remember, Alien was a very struggling person in ghetto. That's when he got a breakthrough. That's when he started getting in some money. This lady claims he has been with Alien for 9 years. 9 years, it means these people have maybe taken time to understand each other, understand how the other one operate and how the other one operate on their things. But yeah, she said in these 9 months, she has had different, of course, physical confrontations from the husband, marriage violence, and of course, she came out to cry out to the public to help because she exited the marriage last week after being physically attacked by the husband. Of course, she tried so much to report the case to the police, but then she says there is no response. The matter became so serious when one father of this beautiful Aisha came out and was like, first of all, the father doesn't know Alien Skin because they didn't officially go, and of course, they didn't officially introduce Alien Skin to the family of Aisha. So he claims this is a total stranger beating up beating up his daughter. But there is one thing I don't understand with Africans. You see, when you take someone's daughter, it is very important to go and maybe they get to understand you. Such things, when they happen, before we even come to cameras, you sit aside with the family of the girl and maybe you talk about everything and you harmonize the situation. In most cases, especially when you have kids together, it is not advisable to always come in cameras to, of course, tell your issues to the public, because in most cases, this public doesn't help at all. It just worsened the situation. When we reached out to Alien Skin's manager, that is a brother who acts as manager at the same time, he explained that they don't know where these allegations are coming from, but they claim this lady is being used by the opponents of Alien Skin. We all know Alien is a controversial artist. Since we started seeing him in the music industry, he has always had controversies around him. So he claims the opposition of the artist making so much sure that the artist's name is dragged into different situations which are not good. But Alien says if she has chosen to take that step, he has nothing to do with it. And he denies everything that is being said about him. So we're waiting for police. They reported the matter at the Katwe police station. and of course we're waiting for the response from the police. But then the police also advised the lady to take this matter to the people that of course handle marriage issues. That is to say, we have a ministry that of course works upon such situations. So we pray that these people get together and harmonize, because when they have kids together, there's even what she said, that she has been living in the same house with a co-wife. That when, actually something she said, that when Alien Skin became a star, it started changing somehow. And of course, on top of that, she got another wife, and the wife has been, of course, residing at that is Fangon Forest. I was like, what is going on? So you've been in the same house with your co-wife in this generation, and even the mother-in-law is also there. So it becomes somehow hard for women. But then you have to look at the situation, and maybe that is what your man can afford. Maybe he cannot be, he's not in a position to get you another place to live in. So you need to just sit aside and see, look at what is the importance, what is more important. Raising your kids is important. So I pray you sit down as lovers. 9 years is not something easy. So you sit aside as lovers and harmonize the issue. You talk about it with the family. I've seen the father. The father, you know, the dad was saying something I didn't like. Oh, yo, what I know, this issue, you have kids together. Just sit aside, talk about the matter, harmonize. If you cannot harmonize these issues, then you're going to cause problems for your children, because now the lady claims he has no even opportunity to see her children. So it becomes very hard for these young boys and girls. So for the situation to be cool, you just need, and the father-in-law, kakanyo busungu, you sit down and talk about these issues with your son, that is Alien Skin Patrick Murana, and of course your daughter. Mberenga mwamonaizinga ebintu bino. Emyaka mwenda bwabanga takukubanga kukutta. That means there is love in between you two, so you can still harmonize whatever is going in. That is as far as Alien Skin is concerned. You see, in this industry, it is very hard to avoid Alien Skin. But yeah, you're still on E-News Wrap-Up, and of course we have to wrap up most of the stories that have been making rounds. Still, this week, Dr. Kulsum, the celebrity couple, Dr. Kulsum came out and wrote a document on social media, and of course informing the public that her and Akram, they are no more. This is a relationship that has had a lot of issues in camera. People were complaining about the man from day one when they came out and of course published their relationship. Different people came out and started saying, how you musajja musangoma ajeno mu South Africa nakola bwati ne bwati. And of course we've seen this man in different controversies. There is a woman who came out and claimed this man was trying to rape her. We all saw that. Ono mchala yali agamba nti rentinga ku nyumba eza Dr. Kulsum. So ono nagenda okubanga abanja naye ngeje yali abanjamu yayagala kumuteeka mu sexual issues. So that saga was also there. From that, there is another story that came out that this Dr. Akram wanted to have something with this little young girl yali abeera ne Dr. Kulsum. Eyo story nayo ne bagamba Pretty Nicole nti Dr. Akram yabadde agezaako okubaako kyakola ne Pretty Nicole ku mpaka. And also Pretty Nicole somehow came out and said something about it, but then ekyo nakyo public nekiraba netukimira. So there has been a lot of issues about their relationship, a lot of complaints about their relationship, and of course given the history of Dr. Kulsum, that of course yaline no mugenzi eyali one of the most renowned people mu Muslim community yaganingibwa down, so it became very hard for her to hold this relationship ngeriko that controversy. Maybe that's why she came out officially and of course publish it that she's normal with Dr. Akram. Of course, doctor also replied and was like, I hope now social media in-laws, you happy. You've gotten what you've always wanted in between me and that is Dr. Krusum. What I know right now, doctor is single. So men out there, you can reach out, you never know. Ayinza okuba nga target ye ayagala funayo nga bamusoga ng'agamba nkoye kanfuneyo abantu bange nga musoga ekintu bakikwasaganye. Anyways, still this week, Nanga, I don't want to talk about politics, but my producer has given me something concerning politics. You see, the music industry started, of course, having an affiliation to politics since one of the main players in the industry, that is Bobi Wine, joined politics and of course contested on the biggest seat of this country. One of most of the artists and of course presenters have picked forms from, have taken their papers at Kavule, that is at the Noop Center, and also at the Chadondo, at the NRM Center, to pick their nominations for different posts, different municipalities, different mayorship positions. And of course, in our celebrity life, we have seen Nina Rose eyeing a certain position somewhere, member of parliament, and of course she came out and said officially that she has always been inspired by Bobi Wine when he took a step of representing his people of Chadondo East. Nina Rose also picked a leaf and of course is looking at Sembabule, woman member of parliament. Of course, also Big Eye, that is of course one of those artists that have been in this business for some good time. Worked with big talent boss, that is Eddie Kenzo. Of course, also formulated his label, that is Big Music Entertainment. He's also eyeing Nansana municipality, and we wish the artist the best. He's also, and we've seen artists that have worked by like Dr. Hildaman Mazongo. He has worked so hard on the copyright issue, and we second him for that. Thank you so much. He's also coming back. There is Swengere. He's a comedian from Busoga, eyeing a certain position in Jinja. That is a member of parliament. Swengere also picked, of course, took his papers this week. We're closing today. And of course, Tough B, Zambali. Tough B, these are also media personalities. And we've seen media personalities also rise and do something very important for the community. I've seen former news anchor, that is the leader of opposition right now, doing well. And we hope that these artists who are going in parliament, maybe they do something for their communities, they do something important to protect the image of the artist. You see, when the people abalabira art, but when you go and represent the views of the people very well, it sends respect to the music industry. I was with Chameleon this week. I think it was on Thursday night. I was with him somewhere. I'll be talking about that in the next story. And I was, of course, consulting whether he's coming back for mayorship. Remember last time, Dr. Jose Chameleon contested for mayorship in Kampala. That is a road mayor. And things didn't go well for him, though he managed to gather some votes from his fans. He News Wrap Up is what you own. Right now, my name is Musoga Eclipse. Zuena Chirema. This happens to be Big Size's wife. That is Zuena Chirema, former presenter, former singer. She came out and publicly talked about the issue of comparing their family, their children, that is the other side of Bobi Wine, and this side of the Sali family. I remember there is a time when the comparison was more on Alpha Sali and Kampala, and then a picture started circulating on social media of these two, that is Alpha Sali and Solomon Kampala in a swimming pool, and everyone nazipulinga nagamba bulijjo bye twogera, because now people think because these because the fathers have issues, they also think that maybe these children will inherit the line of we have issues, your father have issues with my father, so we shall not also be friends. But these children have taken a different path of working together. And as Zuena claims, Zuena claims the daughter Beata Sali and of course Sharom of Sharom Namaga and of Bobby Wine, they are good friends. They are good friends, so there is no reason of comparing them. Who is more beautiful, who is more hardworking, who is like this, who has the biggest following. Remember, those are childish things. Stop doing it. Stop doing such things. Trying so much to divide these young boys and girls. It is not called for. As when I talk, so your man came out this week and said he spends 3 million a day. Some people are just enjoying our rent in just one, just enjoying our salary in just one day. Imagine someone who spends 3 million in just one day. It's big size. I think it's when I need to be a close friend of you, because man, spending 3 million a day, that's a lot of money, man. To me, it's a lot of money. I cannot. I don't even think I spend that money in 2 weeks. Shalitash must be somewhere saying, Musoga, no, your level. No, where you're supposed to sit. But yeah, he was in an interview and said, I spend 3 million just a day. And that is on a normal day. He's trying so much to push his album, that is Break the Chains. I did see him with Joshua Baraka somewhere in a nightclub DJing. Well, Joshua Baraka was DJing and Bebe Cool was acting as an MC. He's trying so much to push, and their song with Joshua Baraka, Check, has picked. Of course, some people are vibing to the song and enjoying the song. Dr. Jose Chameleon, that is legendary. I met him on Thursday night. We were at Torino, somewhere in Kololo. You see, Dr. Jose Chameleon performed at Comedy Store on Wednesday. It is, of course, a weekly show that happens each Wednesday. So Dr. Jose Chameleon was the main artist of the show. This very week we're closing. He came out putting on something. Producer, kindly get me a picture of Dr. Jose Chameleon performing at Comedy Store. He was putting on something. I didn't understand it. I don't know whether it's a skirt or it's a trouser. So when I met Chameleon on Thursday, I was like, yo, legend, it's something you were putting on. Agamba, Simsoga, mloza industry no yamwe, industry yafe, fava jitegera. But guess what? These people, I think they know how to use media and how to handle the people in the entertainment industry. You see, he wasn't trending, but the moment he stepped on stage with this kind of fashion, everyone was talking about, hey, this Dr. Chameleon what is this thing that Dr. Chameleon is putting on? But yeah, we shall have an exclusive interview with Dr. Jose Chameleon soon. Okuve wakawe yangambye musoga yitamu tunyumyemu. So Magic One TV and of course other platforms of mine, you can keep on following. We shall have an exclusive with Dr. Jose Chameleon, legendary. Yes, man. But then he had a good performance in Rwanda. We shared everything here, and of course he was explaining and talking to me about the songs he did in Rwanda. He has some collaborations he did in Rwanda, and of course he has dropped 2 songs that he did in that is Kenya, when he was in Kenya. There's also a song he did when he was in that is Tanzania. So he has been moving around. That is, I was in Tanzania, Kenya, and Rwanda. And of course, he was telling me that he's soon traveling to South Africa for a concert. Wish him the best. He's a Ugandan, and when a Ugandan wins, we all winning. A big shout out to you, legend Dr. Jose Chameleon. God keep on blessing you, and of course, have the best of what we want. Of course, He was talking about, briefly I can talk about this. Edoogoooo is not happy with the people who are comparing, who are having who are having their opinions about his album. He came out and said he's not criticizing those who are critiquing his album, but he's criticizing those who are negatively pushing the album down. He says he will not give an opportunity to each and everyone who wants to put his album down. He said he has put in a lot of money in this album, and he hopes this album gives him the results he expects. He doesn't want someone to come out and just say say anything about the album without information. Now, this was after one media critic and also an ambassador for Spotify, James Proper, came out and had some shared some information about the album and how he's supposed to be promoting the album. He said this man should stop wiseacking. He has his reasons why he did the album, and he knows what to do as far as this album is concerned. I think by now he's not in the country, he's in South Africa. From South Africa, he'll be moving to UK for an album listening and of course promotion. We hope he gets the best, and I did see within the week Yemi Alade, who is one of the features on this album, came out and did challenges for their song African Love on the album. So blessings to you, top boss Rasta Cool. God bless you. You also talked about the issue. Bafana was complaining that Edoogoooo blocked him on social media, and it was like Bafana is just ignorant. I didn't make more research about why he couldn't access Edoogoooo's page. Bebe confirmed that, while in an interview, confirmed that his accounts were hacked just a few days after he had released his album, that is Break the Chains. He took his Instagram, Facebook. So if those people were not accessing him, thought maybe he blocked them. That is including Zed Bafana. But he came out and said, no, I didn't break them. I didn't block them. And it was like, I cannot block a local artist because they need to learn a lot from, they need to learn a lot from him. So he couldn't block anyone. It was just that his accounts were hacked and he couldn't access them. That is as far as Edoogoooo is concerned. This week, Yenzeni Miro Gwefama, our Mpaka boss, that is renowned singer Waiki Benda Boy Sotenda, kuba music itatunda bienda first on every guy's agenda. He made it official when of course he proposed it to his long-time girlfriend, that is Emily. Waiki Benda has been dating this woman for about 2 years, and of course he made it official this week when he went on his knees and of course proposed for marriage, and the woman officially accepted. I did see women with nyash celebrating, yeah, now we've gotten someone on our side. But yeah, Waiki Benda, in an interview with a renowned YouTuber, that is Kasuku, he outed a lot of information on how they met, how this woman has been important, and also say this woman is not on any social media platform, and that is one of the reasons why he had to settle down with this beautiful lady, beautiful melanin black lady, as you can see in the pictures on the screen. That is the Impaka Records boss Waiki Benda. He was asked a lot of things. Remember, he has a baby mama. He had issues with his former girlfriend, and things didn't move on as expected. According to Waiki Benda, he was hurt, but of course he had to harmonize the issues to make sure they give their child, that is a baby boy, a beautiful life and a mental life. That's why he shows peace and of course harmonize the issues with the woman, and of course they are doing a co-parenting process very, very well. Emily stands out as the woman who belongs to Waiki Benda. Waiki Benda, of course, besides talking about the relationship, we're also talking about the industry, where he said that he had too much interest in investing in artists, but then the Impaka record boss, that is Waiki Benda, was of course discouraged by the former singer Dre Kali, who is currently in Canada after running out with a lot of money invested in him. is still trying so much to pick interest in different artists. And of course, he said, you never know, anytime from now we may see a new artist coming from Mpaka Records. Ladies and gentlemen, on E-News Wrap-Up, it's not only about local, but also we cross to the international scene and we get some stories that have been making rounds. Last time we talked about the BET Awards, and I've seen on social media in different countries, people are still discussing the BET, people are still giving their views on why Ira Star was given the award behind the stage, and many more. I've seen people talk about the Straw movie and the actors being involved in the actors in the movie being involved in different sagas. But today we're going to focus about East Africa. For a long time, we've not had an East African artist perform live in London in a bigger venue. And guess what? Our very own Muko. Muko Afe, Atujja Muzarias, and that is Diamond Platinum. He had a very successful show in London, that is at Albert Hall. It was a very big show, filled up and a successful show. This is, of course, something that he has done for the East African community, for the East African artists, to make sure that they put it in their mind that these things are possible. We've seen many Nigerian artists shut down this venue. The Whiskey, the Burna Boy, we've seen Omale, I've seen Rema shutting down that stadium. And guess what? Our very own East African artist, that is Diamond Platinum, did it, and it was a surprise to me to see more artists from Nigeria, different artists from Nigeria go perform for him. I did see Nigeria's Tiwa Savage, one of the biggest female artists in Africa, went, and of course they have a collaboration with she has a collaboration with Diamond Platinum, and of course she was on stage in London, performed with him. I did see Pato Ranking all the way from Nigeria also performed for Diamond Platinum. There was Mr. Flavor Achao Ausha, he was also there. There was also Jukes, that is from TZ, he has one of the biggest collaboration with Diamond Platinum. Buubiii is a very big song, and of course they had a very good show in London. And I didn't see the girlfriend. I don't know what happened. I didn't see the videos very well. I was supposed to be there in person, but you know, waliwe byankwata twali twakava mu marathon, so things were not, of course, moving on well for me. I couldn't turn up for a Diamond Platinum. But ladies and gentlemen, the Afrima Awards are on the way. You can keep on nominating your artists. Go on the Afrima pages and of course keep on nominating our Ugandan artists. Let's support Ugandan music and let's push our artists. I know I could talk about a lot of stories up tomorrow because I have a lot. I did see Joe Iranda was complaining about something. Eddie Kenzo was in Nebi campaigning for the wife, making sure everything goes on well. I did see even the wife took his papers at the NRM headquarters this very week. That is Honorable Fiona Nyamutolo. I have a lot I can talk about, but because of time, I have to close it from here. Ladies and gentlemen, I love you so much. It is a beautiful Sunday. And for those catching the show on Monday, that is the repeat in the morning, thank you so much for always being on Magic One TV. My name is Musoga Eclipse. You can keep following my social media handles at Musoga Eclipse. That is X, former Twitter. Twitter, but yeah, regardless, we move. X, Twitter. Afunamu obuzibu ne Trump, so I also have issues with him okukyusa ekigambo Twitter ate n'agifula X. But yeah, keep on following me at TikTok, Facebook. Let's keep on uniting. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been me, Musoga Eclipse, and of course Magic One TV E-News Wrap-Up team. Big up on yourself, everyone on production. Peace and love.